The Magic of Thinking Big by David J. Schwartz, Ph.D. Forward by Melvin Powers. There are 13 chapters in The Magic of Thinking Big. Chapter number 1, Believe you can succeed and you will. Number 2, Cure yourself of excuseitis, the failure disease. Number 3, Build confidence and destroy fear. Number 4, How to think big. Number 5, How to think and dream creatively. Number 6, You are what you think you are. Number 7, Manage your environment, go first class. Number 8, Make your attitudes your allies. Number 9, Think right towards people. Number 10, Get the action habit. Number 11, How to turn defeat into victory. Number 12, Use goals to help you grow. And number 13, How to think like a leader. A great book which everyone should read. Morning folks, Ron Bishop here from Timaru, New Zealand. In May 2012, I set a very big goal for myself. I decided to promote my life story and talk about my life story and talk about what's happening in Timaru, promoting Timaru, and I started to do it by doing videos, online videos, using YouTube. And I set a goal to put up 1,000 videos. This video is number 833. 833 videos. That's a lot of videos. And so I'm not far off my 1,000, which is my big goal. Now, why do I build such big goals? Why do I say I'm going to do such big things? Well, it's because of the book I read, The Magic of Believing. In fact, I've been reading the books about the magic of believing since, for over 30 years now. You can come into my library and have a look at my library. You'll see self-help books, shelves of self-help books that I've read over the years. They say you are what you read. You can tell a person by going into their library and having a look at the books they read. And I read books that are self-help, that will help me grow as a person. And this book, The Magic of Believing, changed my life. Another book that changed my life was The Magic of Thinking Big. What a great book this was. It opened up my mind to think bigger thoughts. It takes no more effort to set a big goal than it does a small goal. No more effort. The principles are the same. To set a big goal, you must think big. You must think bigger thoughts. And most people don't set big goals because they're afraid they won't get them. And they're afraid of the criticism they'll get from other people. Let me show you a goal that I have, which a lot of people will laugh at me about because it's a big goal. So let me show you. Farewell to the Hydro Grand Hotel. The romance between Caroline Bay and the Hydro Grand is over. Here she sits empty, waiting for the bulldozer. Is there anyone in Timaru willing to save her? And there she is. There she is as she looks today. Down here is what she used to look like before 1975 when she lost the gables on the roof. My goal is to gather some people around me, some interested people who are interested in saving this old hotel. Now if we look at the original building here and take a close-up look, you can see that there are shops, glass windows there, and there are shops on the ground floor of this old building. There's also a veranda going around there, as you can see. My goal is to get some people around me to restore this old hotel an icon of Timaru, to bring it back to its original condition. We won't be able to do the inside of it the same, but we will be able to do the facade. So my goal is to get people to give me a hand to do that. A big goal, but it can be done. Timaru was once a popular tourist resort, and lots of travellers used to come and stay at the Hydro Grand. It was the top hotel in Timaru. And over the years, the tourists don't come here anymore because the building, the hotel, has had owners that don't care about it. They haven't kept up the maintenance of the building, and they've just let it fall down. They're property speculators. So my goal is to get someone in there that owns it, that wants to restore it, that wants to bring it back to its original condition. And I can't do it on my own. I can only do it with the help of the community, the Timaru people. And my job is to promote the idea. Okay? We've got the building, we've got the plans, we know what it used to look like, we can bring it back to the original condition. I've also got ideas of putting a museum inside there, because we're short of space in Timaru for a museum, with a lot of stuff that needs to be stored, and we can make this a real icon, a real attraction for people to come to Timaru and see this great old hotel. It's got a great history, and it needs to be promoted, and I intend to promote it. Now, the way I intend to promote the Hydro Grand Hotel and the restoration of the Hydro Grand Hotel and the promotion of tourism in Timaru is to use the law of attraction. Some of you may have heard of the law of attraction. That is, we attract to ourselves that which we think about. Whatever we concentrate our thoughts on will happen. So I intend to use the law of attraction to get people to give me a hand to develop this Hydro Grand Hotel, this old great building. So how do we do that? Well, I've been guilty of talking about how there are no tourists in Timaru. And it's true, there are no tourists in Timaru. People don't come to Timaru anymore. But I've been talking about it, and while I talk about having no people come to Timaru, no people will come to Timaru, because my thinking is that there are no tourists, no visitors coming to Timaru. So I have to change my thinking. I have to change the way I think. And I have to visualize tourists coming to Timaru. And this old hotel, I have to visualize it finished. I have to visualize it being restored. I have to visualize the men working on it, putting back those gables. It's going to happen. It has to happen. And it'll only happen if I change my thinking. And if I change my thinking, other people will change their thinking. At the moment, a lot of people are thinking, pull it down, get rid of it. But they're not thinking themselves. They're not thinking what's going to put there in its place. It's a good icon. It can be saved. And my job is to get a lot of people thinking my way, thinking we can do it. We can think bigger thoughts. We can build this thing. We can build a great city in Timaru, because we have to rebuild the town. It's falling down. A lot of the old buildings need painting, and we have to tidy it up. I've got a woman in Christchurch, in Auckland, who's got an organisation called Keep New Zealand Beautiful, and she wants to come down to Timaru and have a look at Timaru and get alongside the council and see what we can do to get Timaru looking beautiful, because you can't have tourists coming to Timaru if the place is falling down and the place needs painting and God knows what, which is what the Hydro Grand is at the moment. Okay, so we've got to tidy it up. Okay. Now the law of attraction says we have to practice thinking positive thoughts. We have to visualize things in our mind the way we want them to be, not the way they are. And we do that by holding a picture in our mind every day of what it is we want to have happen. The perfect world, the way we want to see things. I have to hold a mental picture in my mind of the finished building. I have to hold a picture of tourists coming to Timaru. And you have to do that too. If you want Timaru to grow and prosper, you have to start thinking the end result. What would Timaru look like if it had tourists coming to Timaru? What would that old hydro grand look like if it was finished and if it was an icon that brought people to Timaru? Okay? We can do it. There's no doubt about we can do it if we change our thinking. I'm going to step up my videos now. I'm going to do a lot more of them. I'm going to be talking a lot more about the law of attraction. I'm going to be talking about a lot more about promoting Timaru, promoting this great icon of the Hydro Grand Hotel. Because that's the only way it'll happen. If I keep going and keep talking about it, others will join me. Others will start thinking my way, and it'll happen. Okay? So I'll see you tomorrow. I'll talk to more about this subject. Very important. The law of attraction in action. Okay? Bye-bye.